All right, Ed, thanks so much. Well, the Academy Awards will be handed out on Sunday, and our movie guy, Will Meyer, standing by my side today with his picks. Actually, he's already given his Best Actor picks. He did that today at noon. So today he's going to go over some of the Best Picture and Screenplays, and we've got a whole list to get to. Welcome. I know this is a big weekend for you.
Yeah,
You've been
excited.
Tuning in and anxiously awaiting this, but we want to start, I believe, with Best Director. We've got, what, five movies in this category?
Yeah, Best Director. I think this one is probably going to go to Damien Chazelle for La La Land. You know, this movie has 14 nominations.
Yeah.
I think it's going to sweep most of the categories, and usually, not always, but the movie that wins Best Picture, the director of that movie also wins. And I think that it hasn't actually happened 3 out of the last 4 years, but the big stat here, Damien Chazelle won the Directors Guild Award. Every year since 2002, the person who's won that award has gone on to win Best Director at the Oscars. And so, also, he's a boy wonder. He's 32 years old, and he worked for 7 years to get this movie made, and it turned out incredibly well, obviously. So yeah, it's they love that kind of story too, so I think it's going to go to him.
And he may go home with an Oscar.
Yeah.
Well, next we want to go to Best Adapted Screenplay.
Adapted Screenplay, this is probably going to go to Moonlight. This was the most critically acclaimed movie of 2016, and I think that they're going to give this to the writer-director of that, Barry Jenkins, just because this movie is going to lose in a lot of categories to La La Land, and so this is a way to show that movie some love, I think. This is only his second movie, and he turned Terrell Al McCraney's play in Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue into an incredible original movie. So I think he, just deserves to win too. I think this is a lock. I think that Barry Jenkins for Moonlight.
Okay, our next category, Best Original Screenplay. What are your thoughts here?
I think this is a little bit of a toss-up. I think that, La La Land, like I've talked about, it's just going to start winning, and I think it's probably not going to stop. But so it could very easily win here. But I think that Manchester by the Sea is also really has a good chance to win this one. I'm going to pick it just because I think it's the best out of all of them. But also, I think in the minds of Oscar voters, they think this is the more serious, more prestigious screenplay. It's written like a play too. And similarly, I think that this is going to be a way to show that movie some love too. So I say Manchester by the Sea.
All right, Best Picture, what?
Best
La
Picture,
La Land?
La La Land, yeah, it's not a big surprise. Yeah, this movie, 14 Oscar nominations, tied with Titanic and All About Eve for the most nominations ever. So many reasons. This movie has won at essentially every other award show. It's a musical, and it's about Hollywood. The Oscars love that.
Yeah.
Just look at, The Artist or Argo. They love to give those movies Best Picture. And, audiences love it. Critics love it too. It's won 170 awards so far this season, and it's not going to stop. I think if anything else wins, it'll be Moonlight, but I think it's highly, highly unlikely.
I need to see it. I've yet to see
You
La
haven't
La
seen
Land.
it yet?
I think
Oh,
I'm
you
one
need
of
to
the
see
few that hasn't seen it for sure. But you mentioned it tied with Titanic for nods. When's the last time a movie picture swept the Oscars?
Totally swept. I think Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, like 2003. So it's been a long time since one has actually just totally swept.
Awesome. Well, we're all going to be anxiously watching, but we are asking you to vote for your pick for Best Picture. Just use our Channel 10 app. Your pick, is it Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, I did see that, great movie, La La Land, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, or Moonlight? So let us know. We'll be checking your responses and your picks for Best Picture. We really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. And I also have my full picks on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Will Meyer, the movie guy. So all 24 categories, I'll have predictions in all those.
There's also an interesting category for Best Actor with Denzel Washington and
Casey Affleck. It's going to be a super tight race.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. All right, thanks so much. Always love having you on. Great movie knowledge. Well, you can watch the big award show coming up Sunday, and Russell joins us now with more on that.